An unassuming character, Joe Agresta was the former track rider and trusted employee for none other than the Cup's king himself, Bart Cummings, at his Flemington stables, Saintly Place.
He taught me a lot. The more I got to know Bart, the more he taught me things, you know, about life. And I remember when I first started going to the races and I'd be shaking and he'd be standing there, you know, cool as a cucumber, and he'd say, "What's the matter with you?" I said, I'm nervous. He goes, "What for?" I said, I'm nervous about the horse, how it's going to go. He said, "Listen, son," he said, "you don't worry about things like that." He said, "You can't change what's going to happen." He said, "So don't worry about it." And he kept saying that to me all the time. And after about a year, I just started going to the race and say, "Oh, what's going to happen is going to happen," you know. And just taught you how to settle down and not worry about things and what we normally do. And it was just the type of person he was.
Joe cared for and rode in work 5 of Bart Cummings' Melbourne Cup winners, including Kingston Rule, Let's Elope, Saintly, Rogan Josh and Viewed.
My first one was Kingston Rule, very flighty type of horse, and we really thought he had a great chance. Let's Elope, I never got on at all with her. She was a very grumpy thing. All she wanted to do was eat and very lazy in her track work. I thought that there was no way in the world she could get beaten in that Melbourne Cup, which she duly won. Saintly we thought was a great chance, and when we got to Rogan Josh, I keep saying to people that no other trainer would have won a Melbourne Cup with that horse bar Bart, and I rode him from the first day that he arrived from Perth. To ride this horse work and feel how he just improved week by week with Bart's training and what Bart did to him really sticks in my brain. He turned that horse into a weight for age horse, and I still believe that he wasn't a weight for age horse. A lot of trainers these days say that you've got to be a lot easier on your horses and you've got to keep, you know, the sprint in their legs. Well, I can tell you, Rogan Josh used to gallop 3 times a week over 2,000 metres, and he was still quick enough to win a McKinnon Stakes, and he went on to win a Melbourne Cup. Viewed, look, he was a tough horse. I was a little bit surprised that he won because of the setbacks that he's had, but I'd say Rogan Josh was probably the one that really sticks out.
A fixture at Flemington Racecourse for 30 odd years, Joe joined the tour as an ambassador in recent years and loves going on the road and sharing his stories.
Without a doubt, my trip to Mount Carlton on the Lexus Melbourne Cup Tour was by far the best experience I've ever had. Unbelievable. When Joe McGrath told me that I was going to a mine, I went home and I said to my wife, I said, "Oh, it's 150 k's off the beaten track." My daughter said to me, "Dad, you'll love it." And when I went there and got there, not only because the gold come from there that they made the cup with, but the actual experience of it, it'll stick in my memory till the day I die. It was absolutely sensational 3 days. By far the best experience I've ever had on the Cup Tour. It just amazes me the people's response to the Lexus Melbourne Cup. Everybody, from little children to people that are 80, 90, 100 years old, know of the Melbourne Cup. I just think it's the pinnacle of the Australian sport.